Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second episode of Cartoon Kilowatts.
All
My
right.
name is Snipples. We have Stray at the bass. And
I
then
do
we
have a bass here.
T Wells on guitar.
T Wales.
T Wells.
I handle Tharr.
Don't ask how, he doesn't have fingers. That's just the way it is.
Magic.
Well, magic.
Well,
All right.
From Wales.
We can stop with this one now. I think they got the point.
No.
Well, stuff.
No, we gotta drive it harder.
Stronger.
I have to represent my people. Ambergris.
From good old UK.
So, second episode. First episode, Johnny Quest. Check that out. Can anyone guess what we're going to talk about today?
Does it involve Ted Turner?
No.
Does it?
No, it doesn't.
Does it involve
Alright, Stray.
hillbillies or bears?
Get those snapping fingers going. Fantastic. Yeah, so this is our third episode, technically. But we missed the second episode. Now, because my PC got struck by lightning and my recording software died. Fortunately, I'm used to CPR. So we're back.
And now it can run Fallout 4 at the highest setting.
Yes. Nothing can do on that.
I'm surprised I can run it at a medium setting. But again, we're back. And we just have to touch on it a little bit. Just a little bit. Because we watched 6 episodes of this thing. So, Hillbilly Bears. We're gonna talk about one episode, the first episode, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. That okay with everybody?
I didn't watch it, but okay.
Okay.
Well, see, we live in Alabama, and T. Wells, well, he gets enough hillbillies in his day. I mean, they're outside his front porch.
I'm from Canada. We have bears.
So it all comes together. So the first episode of Hillbilly Bears was called Detour for Sure. And it stars Big Mike. I mean, it doesn't, but it kind of does.
Yeah.
They want to build this new road, right? And Big Mike's job is to make sure that the Bears get this eviction notice so they can build the road through their house. So it goes to Paul Bear, and it's weird having to say it again.
Yeah.
I've said it so many times, but Paul Bear is a psychopath.
Yeah, you said that quite a bit in the original episode.
He just shoots people with his gun.
Yeah.
For any reason.
Yeah.
He doesn't even need a reason. He just doesn't. I think it's just racist. Like, he just doesn't like people.
Here's your mail. Shoot you in the face.
Alright? So, Big Mike goes to Paul Bear and says, hey, this is an eviction notice. Get shot in the face.
We have to.
He goes to Ma Bear. Hey, there's an eviction notice. Gets hit with a frying pan.
You have to remember also, the bears are stupid, and they think eviction notice is trying to sell them something.
You know what? Maybe they're just plain stupid. Maybe they really know what it is, but they don't want to leave.
Evidence says otherwise.
Big Mike pretty much decides to kill all these bears. After you get shot in the face, that's kind of the right reaction, kind of.
So they throw a bunch of tune gags at them, basically.
Basically, starts with dynamite. That doesn't work.
Wrecking
Tries a bunch of
ball.
different things. most of them fail. Drive a
All of them.
bulldozer, a helicopter. But
Boulder.
we gotta talk about the boulder because it's my favorite bit.
Yeah.
In all 6 episodes, right? There's this old Indian trick, and that's in quotation marks. 'Cause I'm pretty sure Indians didn't do this. I don't. Oh, I do know an Indian, but still, I'm not about to ask her if Indians were responsible for bending trees backwards and placing big ass boulders on top of them to launch the boulders as catapults. I think if Indians could do that, they would have won.
They would have won the West.
Yeah.
I also don't think trees can just bend.
They're not even rubber trees. They're just trees.
It's just trees. Actually, I think it looked like a palm tree.
Yeah, for some strange
Is
reason.
that in the hills?
Yeah.
I kind of want to know why everything is able to fit through their door. And there is nothing between that door and the door behind their house.
Hillbilly magic.
You know what? That's an excuse we use a lot for what happens in this series.
Yes.
Yeah, like how he didn't die when that boulder got on his head.
Well, the thing about the boulder is he launches the boulder into the air. And the boulder goes backwards. And he says, okay, the wind, I didn't take the wind into account. The wind wasn't blowing anything else.
The wind is not going to be
It didn't blow his clothes, it didn't blow the grass, it just blew the boulder. I think the boulder was just pissed off. I think the boulder was having a bad day.
It's like its cousin, the one from Resident Evil.
Oh
The
no.
one punched by
Chris.
Or what about the one stopped by John Cena
In Scooby-Doo.
in Scooby-Doo?
That happened?
Yeah.
He stopped a boulder from smashing the Mystery Inc. by jumping from a cliff across the canyon. If I remember the clip right.
Oh my god.
And just basically pushes it back.
You can just hear.
Anyway, the boulder chases Big Mike all the way past the bear's house. Big Mike's trying to explain to the boulder what happened. Like, it's gonna save him. But the boulder doesn't care. He tries one more time with not a cannonball, a crane. And that doesn't work. So instead, he's like, look, we can't do anything about these bears. And they build around it.
Yeah.
Yes, they sure do.
And then they make it a toll booth.
Yeah, the bears turn it into a makeshift toll booth. And they make all sorts of money, because I'm assuming that 25 cents to hillbillies back in 1950s, 1960s is like $300.
Well, honestly, you also have to remember how many people were coming through. It was packed.
So yeah, the bears won this one, but they don't win them all.
They lose most of them.
Especially Paul.
Paul always loses.
Devious ways. We talked about this, and I think we both felt, Stray and I felt that it did kind of get conventional as it went along.
Yes.
But the first few episodes are really strong. But I had issues with Paul Bear because he talks like this.
He gets better, apparently.
And it's funny, but if you watch it in a row, it does get tiring.
Yeah.
And also, the background is super ugly.
It's
like
the same background.
Same background.
Yeah, they save money that
tired
way.
of it. It's pretty fun. I think Stray liked it more than I did. I said I probably wouldn't watch it past these 6 episodes, and Stray said that he would watch it like in between a commercial or something.
Yeah.
Because they are really short.
They are really short.
Well, yeah, that's what they had back then. Just a few cartoon shorts, and then kids, you better go outside and play.
Also, we both agreed that Disney is better than Looney Tunes. All right.
No, we did not agree on that.
Because the next cartoon we're going to talk about is Captain Planet.
That's why I said
the
Ted
Planet
Turner.
2. I know that's why you said Ted Turner.
I didn't know we were doing Hillbilly Bears. You caught me by surprise.
You caught both of us by surprise. I didn't know you were actually going to mention it. I was just going to let it.
I understand. I'm doing
Right. Yeah. So.
This was hard, you guys.
This was extremely hard. I had to split this up. Like, I had to watch one episode a day. I could not do this straight.
I did. I can handle this.
Ramona, I know your pain.
All right, so the first episode of Captain Planet in the Planeteer. It starts with Gaia waking up.
No, it starts with Pigman and his giant impossible robot stomping through nature for oil,
Yes, and going
not to
taking.
make a silo for a constant amount of oil. His machine's going to suck up all the oil from that spot at once. And that creates a hole in Gaia's roof where water leaks through, despite the fact that she is not underwater.
Yeah, and
Explain that, Whoopi Goldberg.
like
Is she the voice of Gaia?
Yes, for the
Oh my
oh my
god.
for
god.
the until the new season, the new
Okay.
half.
So can
You
I
know-
say this once, and I will only say this once?
About the robot, I was thinking in my mind, like, he's doing it for money.
But he's not.
The technology in that robot
Exactly.
could make him rich forever.
Exactly. But he's like, I'm a pig man. I'm just getting that oil right here.
I just want oil because
I just want oil. And I'm like, you're
He
gonna
doesn't-
suck up all of the oil from that spot illegally. Illegally. Because if they could have built an oil reserve or something there, they would have, but they couldn't because of nature. But he decides, I'm just gonna do this because I want to, because I can. And I'm like, you could like call some governments and shit on him, and they could get him and take
You know
his
what?
technology.
That's something I was thinking in every episode.
they
That's
could.
what I like. When we get to the next episode, I'll talk about that too.
The other thing
Yeah,
about this machine is he wasn't going to sell that oil.
we don't know what he was gonna do with it. He just wanted that oil.
He just wanted oil.
He didn't
He
think far
didn't.
enough ahead.
Yeah.
Well, what I found interesting is in his explanation that the machine could drill oil from anywhere. And I'm like, but I don't think oil is anywhere.
Exactly.
I think they're in specific
In
spots.
specific
You can't
spot.
just dig in any spot and find oil. Because if you could, I'd be digging right now.
Also, his machine is extremely ineffective because look at all the oil that's spilled into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he was going to sell that machine, he would have to tighten that shit up.
He would. He probably didn't get that much oil. It was all going into the water.
Yeah.
It's great.
I hate some of this stuff. It's like,
Great.
there's no logic. There is no logic other than they just hate nature.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially
so,
the pig man, because he comes back for a third episode.
Yeah, but we'll get to that when that happens.
So Guy wakes up
Yeah.
after 200 years.
Just 100 years.
200,
I thought it
think.
was 200
She
years.
said
it.
No, it is 100.
She said a
What?
century, yeah.
She wakes up after 100 years, which in my mind is 200 years. I'm sorry.
So she went to sleep like in the 1800s.
And then she's like, humans could have messed up. Oh my god.
It's like the Industrial Revolution, lady. You would have been around for that, I think.
But the thing about Captain Planet is, it kind of says, hey guys, pollution isn't your fault. It's because Guy has been asleep for 100 years. You guys are just children. You don't know what you're doing. Gaia should have been looking after you.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of what it says.
And the people she chose, and the way
The choice doesn't make sense at all.
and the way she sends them out is weird. Kwame is like, I'm gonna dig these crops by myself for my village in the blistering sun at sunset, where it's
Using his sweat as the water.
and then it's like, oh, here's a ring. And then, what was it? Guy, she's swimming in Asia.
Is that her name?
Guy,
Because I
the
never
Asian
caught
chick.
it.
Yeah, Guy. She's just
Okay.
swimming in nature in Asia. I guess near the coast of Asia. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Did they
I am,
specify what kind of Asian she was?
I am gonna guess Hong Kong because she speaks English. A and B. She is near the ocean.
She's. I think
Or
they
she's-
said
or-
China.
Something around that point, but anyway, she's near
How
the
come
ocean.
they all know English, actually?
I want to know why Kwame knows English.
I want to know why
Yeah,
Mati
yeah.
knows any language at all, actually.
Well, Monty doesn't need to because of his powers. But let's talk about Wheeler.
And his the way he's like the guy is like, oh, I'm 80s video game bad guy. Look at my chain. Somehow Wheeler kicks his head.
And, no, no.
No.
When you say kick, it was very soft. It was a very soft
And he
kick.
looks back, and it's like, oh, it's this kid. I'm gonna run
Yes.
away because he's.
And he runs away. The biker's like 3 times Wheeler's size.
Wheeler, and all of a sudden, the fire explodes. Right, he gets a ring. I'm like, what did he do? What does he do?
Let me tell you, Wheeler is the worst part of this episode for me.
He's the worst part of the series to me.
Because of his accent.
Oh,
And it gets better, but particularly in this first episode, it is really bad.
Yep.
It's like
Also, his power
super
is
Brooklyn.
completely useless in all 3 episodes.
Yes.
And since we're going down the line, Mati swings on a vine
To stop nature,
to save a monkey from being eaten by a jaguar.
Yes.
which is nature. It is nature. It's what happens in nature.
Yeah, it's nature's way.
The circle of life, Monty.
Yeah. Why are you
Like, I was
disturbing
thinking-
it?
Now, if
I was
that
thinking-
monkey was his pet, that's understandable. And that's probably what they use to make it make sense. But if it wasn't his pet in the first place, yeah, no, he's just stopped.
It wasn't his pet until after the fact.
Okay, so then, yeah, he just stopped the circle of life.
Yeah.
Gaia should have punished him for stopping the circle of
So-
life.
He came in swinging on a vine, he's wearing pants. He's from civilization.
Yeah.
I don't understand what South American village he's from, but he is not. But there is society and people in South America, Gaia. You don't have to go to some random poor village to find a kid that has heart. I'm pretty sure there's some kid in Brazil or something that has heart.
Honestly,
The jaguar should have and would have eaten both of them.
Yes.
no, I think here's the thing. He was originally supposed to be fire, but then he stopped the circle of life. So she went like, I'm just going to give him the most bullshit element ever. Heart.
No.
Here.
No.
Heart might be the most powerful though.
Yeah.
Heart
And
might
we'll
be
get
the
to that
most
later.
powerful.
And then we have from the Soviet Union, Linka, the Soviet Union. But she's not Russian
She's Soviet.
because they change it in the second part, Captain Planet. So she's from Eastern Europe. So she's not Russia. She's from one of the other parts of the Soviet Union.
I actually kind of have a problem with how Gaia chose these kids. One, it does seem that before she sent out these Green Lantern rings,
Mm-hmm.
she did some research. She knows everyone's names before she sends these rings out.
Yes.
And when? She just woke up. When she have time to stalk these kids?
Or the fact that she's never needed these before, but she had them already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like from her the way she was saying it, she's like, it's time for the first ones to be chosen. And I'm like,
First one.
the first
Yeah.
one. So Captain Planet has never come out. He is only just come into existence at this point.
Yes.
And I wonder why kids? Why not
Exactly.
adults?
Why kids taking away from their families,
Like, if you're fighting,
not
Like
going
pollution
to
and stuff.
school, like especially Wheeler, Linka, and Guy, they are students. Kwame, he's in this village, so he's not at school.
Kwame ain't got nothing to lose.
Kwame and Mati got nothing to lose. The other 3, they have school they need to go to. I mean, they all have family, but they all have the other 3 have school. This
No,
drop
I don't
out of high school.
know. I don't know.
But they all get magically teleported to quote unquote Hope Island,
Yes.
which has a village. It has multiple buildings. A community of people can live there, and it's just these 5 plus Gaia.
No, it's just
Yeah.
Gaia. These
Now,
5 come
It's
in.
mostly just Gaia.
It's mostly just Gaia because they're always out somewhere.
Yeah. Like, they come in once in a while to say hi to Gaia, then leave.
When Kwame gets his ring, right,
Mm-hmm.
his first thought is, I'm going to use this to plant trees in Africa. And then he follows it up with, and stop bulldozers from destroying the forest. And I'm like,
In
there's no forest in
I'm
Africa?
like, what, in Africa?
Is that a thing?
I want to talk about the
Maybe.
rings later. Because I need to get some stuff off my chest about these rings.
We'll talk
Okay.
about it after the episode, I'm going to guess.
But there's also they also talk about heart. And they're kind of just going down the powers a little bit,
Yeah.
show what they can do, which the powers are completely
I
Like,
think
what they can do is completely random for the most part.
also fire's not a force of nature.
Well, it's
Just
one of
say
the
it.
4 classical elements.
But it's not a force of nature.
Neither is heart.
I know. Heart
Because
has like telepathy and like it's
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 empathy. In
empathy
Gundam terms, to become a new type,
yes,
or innovator.
yes.
and
Heart
holographic
coordinator.
projection.
No.
But it's hinted that you might be able to control people's will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because empathy. He essentially heart makes him like I want to say an empath? Empath? Because he can
Yeah.
like make them feel certain emotions.
And so he
Or
technically could stop everything at all
or he
times if
can
he wanted to go there. He said,
yeah.
no, you're good now.
Or
Get out of my
or
There
face.
is
or
there
like
is a
make
later
them
episode where he does that.
like or make him see from his point of view. Like he can make him do that. I believe he can.
There
So,
are later episodes that do show him doing stuff like that.
but is that wrong?
Yes.
That's a clockwork orange kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a matter of philosophy and the matter of free will.
So
Let's not have this argument here because this is all about cartoons and we're here to have fun and I'm not here to teach
Also,
them
Mati is not
philosophy
smart
class.
enough to use his powers like
um the kids get sent out to fight Hoggish, but let's talk about his sidekick and his name. Because I didn't hear it right the first time. His sidekick's name is Rigger. I swore it was Wigger.
Okay, I want to say something about this. She sends them off without any training
Training.
any real
whatsoever.
training. It's like, okay, test out your powers. You good? All right.
Wheeler,
Go, kids.
Wheeler,
Go, children.
Wheeler, don't be pointing that. Point that properly.
Imagine if
All
everything
right.
went wrong and all the kids died. What would Gaia say to their parents? Probably nothing.
Well, they don't know she exists.
Exactly.
They would just be looking for their kids for the rest of their life without not having any idea what happened.
Yeah. Well,
And
Wheeler's
Gaia would be
parents
like
would
over the
just.
dead bodies taking the rings back because they're too expensive.
I think Wheeler's parents would just go like, "Hey, yeah, he died fighting bikers. That's all he that would Wheeler's kid."
They make fun of Wheeler because he doesn't have a driver's license, so he can't drive an airplane.
But none of them. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, what is their plane powered by?
I don't know.
Exactly. Nature
I don't
kids.
know.
What is your plane fucking powered by? You
The
use
power of Captain Planet.
You never think about that.
Solar panel.
Solar panels, my ass. It pilots at night.
It stores enough. It's so energy efficient. It just needs to be in the
Does it use
sunlight
nuclear
for
energy?
an hour.
Does it use nuclear energy?
They're going to fight Hoggish.
Yeah.
Hoggish Greedly,
Yeah.
and there's a giant Gaia face in the sky. She's trying to tell them what to do, and it's like no one sees this.
No one freaks out by this.
But yeah,
shit?
no, it's because Maltese astral projections only making it so they can see.
Yeah, but no one's freaking out that there's a giant Gaia face. So
They're not freaking out about the fact that they have these powers.
And the airplane, it gets sprayed with oil, which somehow stops it completely.
yes,
Mm.
because it's powered like Captain Planet. If there's pollution on it, it can't work.
But it's technology. I
It's
don't
not
understand
really
how that works.
technology. It's a magical bird that transports them. That looks like a plane.
You know, you say that, and that sounds ridiculous, but it might be true.
It's
That's
not-
what type of series.
it-
That's the type of series this is.
It's absolutely not true, but I'm going to say it's true until someone proves me completely wrong.
They land, and without giving any effort at all, they pretty much give up. Like immediately after they land.
Yeah.
Like as soon as they heard that they could put their powers together. Like, all right, let's not do anything. Let's just do this.
Yeah.
It's just someone. Let our powers combine.
It's weird that he became the leader.
Well,
and so quickly.
no, it's because he's voiced by LeVar Burton. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
This
He's
was
also the narrator until '93.
This is before he went on to do Reading Rainbow, right?
When year the Reading Rainbow come out?
I'm not sure.
No,
But
it
there's
was
so many
after.
seasons of this
It was
thing.
after because Captain Planet started in '90.
Oh, okay.
So they do the most extreme thing they think they can, which is summon Captain Planet. And this is what I really love about this episode. Captain Planet immediately flies towards the enemy, then goes back to talk to them.
Okay, here's the thing about Captain Planet I really will bring up.
He has no
How many...
boots.
No. How many puns does he make?
I don't know.
Those puns hurt me.
I just tuned them out.
Me too. Because he is so flamboyant that I can't pay attention to anything else.
Also, I kept focusing on the fact he doesn't have boots. That's the first thing I noticed. Like, why aren't your feet red?
And then and then he just kind of fixes the problem until they throw pollution on him.
Yeah, that's what happens. Which zaps all of his energy.
Yes.
It's like Super Dude getting hit with some milk.
Or Superman getting hit by kryptonite.
No. Get out of here. Go.
Oh. Well, and I also want to know, how do they know the plane can transform into a boat?
No, they can't. There were just boat pieces in there, and they had to put it together manually.
Where were the boat pieces? Do you see how
I know, right?
that thing cannot fit a boat of that size
I know, right?
and carry
But
them?
you know, it really makes me think, like, all these people trying to fight the Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
All they had to do was throw some oil on them, and their powers would be useless.
No.
Because that's what Captain Planet is. He's the Avatar.
Damn it!
He's literally the Avatar.
You yelled at me for comparing this show to Avatar before. That's the
They
real
s-
thing.
I think the reason they immediately summoned Captain Planet is because they see there is this giant futuristic robot here. I don't want to fight that shit. Let's just summon do what Gaia did. And Captain Planet himself said he amplifies their powers. So he is all of their powers like times like 5 maybe? I don't know.
We don't know the multiplier.
I'm not a multiplier, but he is more powerful than them.
I mean,
it
they
looks
couldn't
more
prove
like
to his
1.1, honestly.
So, Captain Planet, he stops the bad guys. They get away because why?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is the point where you would call the police.
Yes.
Or
But
the army.
And
they know this guy's name. They know his first and last name.
And what he looks like, and the fact that he is a giant mutant.
that mutant pig.
Mutant pig man.
Yes.
At the very least, he could have his assets frozen.
And then at the very end of this episode, they're cleaning up the oil spill.
Oh,
Well, they're cleaning up the animals
Planet.
because Captain Planet cleaned up most of the oil
How did he do that?
and closed that crack in the ground that the oil was spilling out of from Greasley's incredibly inefficient machine.
The thing about that is I don't see any of his powers capable of allowing him to get all the oil out.
Stray, the things he does in the second episode don't make any sense at all.
Okay,
You just have to go with it.
Captain Planet wins the day, and then they all use their powers to clean up, except Mati, because Mati's power does not help in any way.
I just want to say
this
something now.
situation.
This is related kind of to the first episode and Greeley. I went to the wiki to look something up. Apparently, Gaia lied. They are not the first Planeteers.
Oh no!
Greedley's grandfather fought a previous group of Planeteers. You know, when Gaia was asleep in that century. They retconned themselves.
Continuity.
At least give us a little bit.
But I mean, this thing's invited the environment. They don't care about continuity. Stray, you were right.
What?
It's solar powered.
I said that.
Oh,
He
okay.
said that. I said it was a magical bird.
Sniffy, you were right. It's solar powered.
Good. Good. Finally, for the first time, I'm right. For the first and last time.
No, I'm usually the one that's wrong.
Okay,
All right.
the second episode.
We're
Reign of Terror.
where the bullshit meter goes super high.
Okay, let's just start with the villain.
Okay.
That once
Vermin
again,
is gone.
where's the army? Call the army. We have mutant rat people that got a bulldozer, like a drill
Yes.
machine and sludge can. They shoot toxic sludge
Yes.
This villain is so much worse than Hagen.
because he literally says "fuck nature."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. He just wants to pollute stuff.
He just
But
wants.
he doesn't even want money out of it.
He just wants to. He wants to kill the humans. Honestly.
No, he just says "fuck nature." He doesn't care if humans or not.
No. He also wanted to send the acid cloud into
Because
the
fuck,
city. To fuck.
because fuck nature. Humans are part
That's
of
not
nature.
nature. That's a city.
I know. That's what's stupid about it.
But do you remember his origin story?
He was
was,
Master
uh,
Splinter's
He was a rat that
bastard son.
He was born in radiation and raised in radiation. Who gave birth to him in radiation? And then who decided, I'm just going to raise this man in radiation?
reaching radiation? The Planeteers should have should have cancer. Planeteers should have cancer
No.
by
There-
being near him in his rat pack.
No. Remember how much toxic sludge was being thrown around
That too, they should have so much cancer.
too. Either that or they're all infertile now.
So, the rat guy, okay? His name
Venomous
Verminous.
scum. Venomous.
I'm just gonna call him Scum.
Oh no, you're right.
Verminous
It's
scum.
verminous scum. Yeah, I thought it was venomous scum.
It's verminous.
He reopens a coal plant
Yes.
And then
To-
spreads acid on the coal as it burns.
No. It's his own special formula that makes it acid rain. Remember?
He does all of this. I don't know how. Like, why are there people working for him?
No, they're,
What do they have to
Because
do?
they're
They're getting
also
paid.
mutated rat
they're
people.
also rat mutants, and I don't know. He's just taking coal and burning it from this chemical plant that was coal powered, and there's coal. And he's gonna burn it, and
Yes.
for no reason,
And that's evil.
To create acid rain.
create acid rain cloud.
Then they show you Gaia's
So
half-ass trading facility.
so large
No.
that no one in the city notices.
Yes.
No cops go down there to investigate what's going on here. We need someone to take a look at what's going on. There's power going to this plant that shouldn't have power.
It's a coal plant. They power themselves, man. They power themselves.
All right, so yeah, Gaia's half-ass training facility.
Which is basically a military
It's a
training
playground.
course.
And they're all doing activities that they're good at.
They start cheating immediately.
Oh yeah, when they had those, and when Kwami's like, "All right, now we must climb this wall."
And as soon as Guy gets on the top,
He creates an earthquake.
Oh. And then it's like, "You can do
really?
it." And then they're like,
He just put her life in danger.
"Yeah,
and
yeah."
then he catches her, and then
And she wants his body
Because
immediately.
there's the shipping.
yes,
Black and Asian, American and Russian. Opposites.
and the South African kid,
And then a kid and his
gets-
monkey.
And they try to sell the fact that Mati isn't physically fit, despite the fact that he swung on a vine to fight
No.
a jaguar.
They aren't saying he's not physically fit. They're saying he's too small. Is
And
what
too
they're
small.
saying.
I cannot help them. You have psychic powers, kid.
And honestly, the shipping, all I was thinking was, oh, Mati is feeling left out because he doesn't have a girl to be shipped with.
Aw, he has a
He
monkey.
never will.
Yeah. Are they going to put monkey and human love
Okay,
in a
yeah,
90s family.
Heart.
that's enough of
Heart.
that.
Heart.
So, I believe next his guy tells them, "Hey, look at this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. I'm not gonna do anything about.
Come help us. Go
She
do that
gives
thing, kid.
them Scum's backstory, and it's like, go stop him before this acid rain cloud. The humans are too stupid to notice.
Mati feels bad because he can climb that wall
So
that
he's
everybody else
He's
is
like, I
climbing.
don't deserve to be a planeteer.
So he
I'm going.
retires.
So I'm going to sit in the plane with my ring off.
Kwame walks up to the facility, uses his powers. Why? All it does is ruin the element of surprise, and it even knocked the facility down.
It's because if he tried knocking the facility down, I think the earthquake would be so big that it would affect the city. No, I'm not putting this much logic into this show. Sorry.
Don't put logic because people didn't notice the giant cloud. Do you know how curious and stupid people are? Someone would have gone to
Yes.
see what's going on.
So the Planeteers get captured. They didn't put up much of a fight, no.
Well,
No.
they had a plan. It's like me and Wheeler and Gee will distract them, and Linka will go in and stop the acid rain. I don't know why the voice sounded weird. I was trying to do African, but it didn't come out right.
Hmm.
But yeah, Linka went in, but then Scum is like, "Here's my giant drill machine. Can't do
Yeah,
anything,
another
kid."
very expensive robot.
Yeah.
Which I wonder how the hell they got this thing. Steal it from the military? I'm pretty sure they'd be looking for rat people in that case.
No. They just collect every piece of metal that comes down the sewer and built it.
And yeah, fuck that.
They're that
They're
smart.
that smart apparently
Yes.
because they can make talk. They can make guns and cannons that
That
can
make
shoot the waste of nuclear factories.
and which just melts things and no radiation
No, not
whatsoever,
nuclear waste.
guys.
No, I'm sorry. It's not nuclear waste. It's toxic waste, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think we
so it's
were
not
talking
nuclear.
about like there was nuclear in there somewhere, so I was thinking they should be dead by radiation at this point, guys.
Or just the chemicals from that stuff, because it
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
yeah. So he captures Linka and all of them.
Yep.
Yes.
And then all of them. And it's up to Mati.
They're all like, "Oh, how do we get out of here?" And Waiter's like, "I'm gonna just burn the door." And they're like, "No, the chemicals will blow up." And Kwame's like, "I will shake it with an earthquake." No, the chemicals will spill down, and I can't use water, and she can't use wind, so we're fucked.
Yeah, so Machi has to climb this wall, get in here,
Has to
and
do
save
the
us
exact same thing he couldn't do before.
because it's a 90s cartoon. And then,
And he gets up there. And this is a tiled rooftop. Okay, this isn't like one of those New York apartment building rooftops. This is a legitimate roof.
Slanting.
And there's a fire hose up there. Very conveniently.
so
Because when a building is on fire, you want to climb to the top of that building to use the conveniently placed fire hose.
With a slanted roof.
And he throws that down there, and everybody escapes.
how slow was this poison gas, by the way?
Well, it wasn't. It was just the chemicals were in there, and he closed the door, so the chemicals couldn't vent out, despite the fact there was a vent in the roof that Mati, dropped the hose down from.
Yeah, like, Linka could have used her wind powers, lifted herself up, and probably got in
Which
there.
we know she can do.
Yes.
But that would never happen because the powers only exist to be inconvenient.
Yes.
That's all they're there for.
And then they summon Captain Planet.
And then they summon Captain Planet.
Yeah.
That's how all of these episodes end, if you didn't know.
Not the next one. Well, they kind of, yeah, the next
Yeah.
one also.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so check this out. The acid rain cloud, it killing all the plants and stuff in like 20 seconds.
Is it
That's
actually?
not how acid rain works.
It was actually raining. The rain was
Yeah.
falling
Yeah.
down? I wasn't even paying attention.
And then here's
And Captain
my
Planet-
question. I've got
What?
a question. How does Captain Planet its anti-pollution, like pollution weakness, not kick in and basically die right there on the spot?
That's a good question.
I've
That's
been
true.
You should
trying.
not have been able to fight that cloud.
Yeah, I was like,
I think
what?
because the rain wasn't hitting him for some reason. Because like
No,
wherever
it's
he was
hitting
at,
him.
no,
It's
no,
legitimately hitting him.
no, where he was at, rain wasn't falling.
No, the rain was hitting him. Definitely. He was under the rain cloud to actually grab all the rain. Like, the rain cloud. And save the kids, right?
Don't look for logic here. Don't. After he cleans up, like, vermin and scum and all the rat people, he digs into the ground, gets a bunch of minerals, punches it into the cloud, which somehow purifies the cloud. I don't
It
know.
somehow lowers the pH level. Was it raise it? I think I don't know. I don't know how it
Equalize. It equalizes
it
the
makes
pH.
the pH level 0.
Yes.
Because apparently
And
at the
then
base,
it creates a rainbow.
Yes.
no rain, just a rainbow.
Yeah. It should have been still raining.
And that's not how it works.
And how do you get that huge chunk of mineral out of the ground?
He's Captain
In
Planet.
a ball.
Yes.
Okay, that part. No.
And also,
I mean, and then it kind of ends. Everybody's like, "Oh, Monty, you saved us." Blah blah blah. Monty's like, "Yeah, go planet." Third episode.
third episode.
All right, so in the third episode, there's a dragon.
Yes. He looks like
Yeah.
a retarded version of Ping Fang Foom. I've been waiting this whole time to say that.
You know, it's not a very intimidating dragon. It looks like one of the dragons from Dragon Tales.
Yes, but it looks
Also,
like the
no
retarded
military
cousin to Ping Fang Foom.
Let me say this. Let me just say this already. No military intervention.
Yep.
You know what? That's very important for this one. Because this one would have started an issue, like international issue.
This
Because-
literally would have had Thailand or whatever is military. Like there is a freaking dragon here. We have to do something.
There's a dragon here from America.
Well, they don't know it's
Well,
from
they didn't know
America.
that, but they know there's an actual dragon.
But
Yeah.
they find out.
Yeah.
But then it becomes a replanter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he makes it like a plant.
He recycles the
You're not paying
parts.
attention.
Yeah, this episode is recycling.
Yes.
In this episode, Gaia spends all day watching places and people get torn up. And when the Planeteers ask her what's going on, she's like, I don't know. You've been looking at that screen
You
this whole time.
are
How do you not see the
omniscient.
giant dragon?
You are actually omniscient. You see everything that's happening on the Earth. Or so far we've seen, right? Like,
About.
so,
I think she can, but she doesn't. Like when you first see her, right? She's like flipping through the past. I think she's like just doesn't watch television.
or just
She
doesn't
just
care.
doesn't want to see it. I wonder, like she must have the best hard drive. If she has all of human history downloaded.
No, it's magic and crystals.
Magic.
But hey, if they have all of human history right there, they can solve all the mysteries that we don't know. And they're
Like-
gonna be like, no, we don't want to do that.
No.
Yeah.
They deal with the
To
environment.
deal with the
That's it.
environment, despite the fact we can find out what happened to the seven wonders of the world or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, for some reason, in this episode, I got pissed off because Wheeler doesn't tuck his short in or leave it out. It's always halfway in.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you cool, Wheeler.
Or that Link is a cock tease.
You know what? In this episode, it's like, why?
What?
Why? This is really happening, and I don't want it
Why
to. Because
why
Wheeler
did you
doesn't
two
deserve
almost make out right now? What brought this on?
this. Exactly. I don't want this. No one should go out with Wheeler ever.
Honestly, calling him Wheeler just makes me think of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Once again, his power is useless here.
Yes,
You know,
because the dragon is powerproof, apparently.
you should always assume that a dragon is fireproof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless it's an ice dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, they have to go to, was it Taiwan or Thailand?
Thailand.
Thailand.
They had to go to Thailand.
To see
Stop the
Gee's
dragon.
old classmate. I want to
Who
know.
looks like he's 50.
I want to know. Here's what I want to know. Okay, this goes back to the beginning of like Gee going to school. Like, why isn't this guy still in her school? What school did she go to that had this kid from Thailand go to the school, and now he's no longer in school, but in this remote village out in the remote countryside of Thailand?
I thought it was.
Continuity.
I thought it was as an exchange student or something.
Was he an exchange student?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
I mean, that has to be the only reason he could have gone to school in a different country.
Probably. Like, we don't care at this point. Let's be honest. This has broken down
It's just a plot convenience as to how she knows someone in a different country.
Yeah. So they reveal in this episode, that the major villain is Hoggish Greeley again.
I wish we
again.
I thought. Oh, I wish
3 episodes in.
No, what? I wish we had a better sample of the villains. Honestly, in these 3 episodes.
Yeah, we're missing like 1, 2, like 3 or 4 of the enemies.
Yeah, we've only seen 2 of the enemies, and Hoggish Greeley just wants to cause destruction this time around.
No, he's looking for rubies.
Really? I thought he just wanted to deforest the whole place and make it a strip mine.
He wanted Taiwanese rubies. He was digging for rubies. He wanted everybody to leave the land. That's why he created the dragon, so he could start digging for rubies.
Oh, no, it was his minion that wanted to just basically cause destruction, I think.
Probably. His name is Wigger. I'm never getting over that. What happens to everybody? Because I feel like they get split up. I know that much.
They decide to split up to look for the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And Lanka and Wheeler find them. They find the dragon.
Yes.
Wheeler uses his fire powers.
Because Linka trips and gets her foot caught.
Linka does not use her water powers to fight the fire.
No, she
doesn't have water powers.
You're right. I always assumed she had water powers.
No. Fire. It's fire and wind. Yes, earth and water.
Because fire and water, they go together.
You would think.
Yeah.
No.
But anyway, as was stated, Wheeler tries to use fire on fire, and it doesn't work.
Yes.
You think he'd be able to manipulate the dragon's fire with his fire?
Yeah, I was thinking, why not just make that fire go back into the mouth and destroy whatever part that the fire is coming out of?
But he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he can't do that. I'm assuming he can't bend.
He can't bend, unlike the water chick, who can only bend. No, seriously. She needs there to be water.
And can't she just make water out of nothing?
No, apparently it's one of her weaknesses that she can.
Okay, so she has to have a source of water. Okay.
Yeah, so she is a water bender.
So Wheeler gets captured by the dragon.
Yes.
The dragon doesn't eat him.
Also, crocodiles try to eat him, but circle of life.
Yes.
Yeah. He would have died there too, because crocodiles in the water are way too fast.
Yeah, he should have died there.
I'm thinking, the escape was so easy. It took no effort for Lanka to save Wheeler.
Linka.
And then Hoggish is just like, oh, you guys are leaving already?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, no. It was Guy that saved Wheeler.
See? Get him mixed up all the time.
Yeah. Because she can swim deep underwater, and she can hold her breath a long time. She can hit, nudge, black guy.
Oh my.
Oh my.
And the dragon attacks, it sets the forest on fire, and they call Captain Planet.
Yep.
Again.
And then Captain Planet completely owns this thing. His face in.
Yeah. And in doing so, he watches Hogley escape.
Yes.
And does nothing.
Yep.
Because maybe he'll learn his lesson this time. This man also, that is the pure embodiment of overconsumption and greed, by being a pig man, will learn his lesson, just like his grandfather did in the unretconned previous Planeteers that came when Gaia was not around to sleep.
Was his grandfather a pig man?
Yeah, on the wiki. Don Porkaloin.
Oh my god.
Hey, Snippy, remember, this is a 90s cartoon. Anyone related to another character takes on their unique traits.
That's true.
But yeah.
But it's like, if I was Gaia, that's when I would have,
I would have just...
Stop this person from having sex with pigs.
No, how did that bloodline keep up?
Why did his grandson become evil?
Wasn't he evil also?
He was evil, then he turned good.
You ever feel like Captain Planet is just a glorified Pokemon?
Yep,
He's so shiny.
But
the shiniest.
one thing I forgot to mention, like I said, he was looking for rubies. His hideout was the Temple of Rubies.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, that's your mistake. If you are a country that has rubies, don't name something after like the Temple of Rubies, because then people are gonna come and try to get them.
In English.
Yeah, in English.
or just name it Temple of Anubis. We know all of
Yeah,
those are
something like that.
cursed. We know all of those are cursed, right?
Or name it some, local deity from ancient Thailand history or something. Why is it called the Temple of Rubies in English?
Yeah.
Because it's like, I live across the street from a bank. If that bank was called the home of infinite riches, it would be robbed every day.
Not home of infinite losers. Oh
Yes,
wait,
something like that.
wrong cartoon.
By the way, Mati is an orphan. He has no family.
Oh, that's dark.
Geese from Thailand.
Okay.
Those were just to clear up. We know Kwame's African. We don't know anymore. And
We don't even know. We don't need to know exactly where he came from.
And Wheeler's from New York. That's all we need to know.
Seriously, if he ever said Brooklyn Rage, I would have just lost
He's from
it.
Brooklyn.
Captain Planet.
Uh-huh.
These 3 episodes.
Right.
First episode, right? I watched it, and then I had to take a break. I watched all 3 Johnny Quest episodes back to back.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. I watched all the Hillbilly Bears back to back. No problem. This one, but with the other 2 episodes that came after it, I think the pace was faster.
Yeah, they did better in the like past the first episode. That's just a prototype that they never went around and actually fixed the errors with.
Yeah.
Right.
But the second and third, they're starting to get their groove.
It still was painful to watch.
Still painful to watch, but they're getting their groove.
Like for me, it definitely didn't drag. Something's always happening, and it was stupid and nonsensical, but at least the plot kept moving.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would watch more episodes of these.
I really wouldn't.
I will say, after I finished the series, I went to the wiki, looked some stuff up about it. Second season, the new adventures, when it went from Deke to Hanna-Barbera, they stopped saying Linkos from Soviet Union. They changed the opening a bit, animation a bit, and they started adding more mature stuff and started going into the kids' background history.
Oh.
Like Linka, how you saw her with those canaries, right?
Yeah.
Her family uses canaries to go into mines to make sure, there's no gas leaks.
See, that might be pretty cool to see.
That sounds like an actually interesting premise.
That's why she has the power of wind. Because
if
birds.
You can get over how formulaic it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is 90s cartoon.
Guy is essentially a marine biologist.
Also, Guy loses. I did do a little bit of research, TV tropes research as always, but apparently Guy loses a cousin to drug addiction.
Yeah, she uses a cousin to drug addiction by Scum.
Yeah.
Oh, Scum?
Yeah.
Because I really wanted it to be bigger.
No. Sorry, that's Linka. That is Linka.
Oh, is it Linka? I thought it was Guy.
Because the cousin is called Boris.
Oh,
ha, Stray. I'm not the only one that gets confused.
No. I was reading about this, so I thought I read it was Guy's cousin.
Yeah. No, it's Linka's.
Okay, one of the girls loses a cousin.
Yeah, well, now we know. But apparently Linka is super Asian, Stray, because marine biologist, she has forensic
Even you're getting them confused.
No, I'm talking about Guy. I'm still talking about Guy.
You said Linka.
Did I say Linka? Let me get to the one last thing I wanted to talk from the beginning.
Okay.
What are their powers? How much control do they have of the elements? Why can Kwame not make earth spheres come out of the ground and impale the rat people? Why can Wheeler...
He can create earthquakes.
Why can't he make concentrated water shots, to make a water blade to cut through stuff?
Or why can't she just do the Avatar thing of waterbender thing of, here, I shoot you water, now you're frozen?
Yeah, she can't turn. She can't turn. She can't do control of temperatures. She can't make it ice. Um, Wheeler has fire. Oh no, he doesn't.
You know,
He
see,
doesn't
I
have.
feel
Why
bad
doesn't he
about
shoot
Wheeler
lightning?
because he could honestly be the one that ends things. He has fire. He could just set people on fire
Yeah,
Yeah,
and anything. But this is a cartoon for the kids,
yeah.
his
so it's
weapon.
never gonna
His
happen.
weapon is pretty much just a flamethrower. It's not. He doesn't have like pyrokinesis from it. It's just a portable flamethrower.
Yeah. There, there was a gay teen that was played by Neil Patrick Harris.
Huh.
Well, HIV stricken
Oh,
teen.
and I will bring this up. There is an anti-Gaia, the former
Okay.
spirit of Earth before Gaia kicked his ass and made him leave Earth, called Zarm.
Okay.
Kaya's not kicking anybody's ass.
He's apparently the god of war.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
So did he have to beat Chrono?
Did he have 5 kids do his dirty work?
No, and it's weird. He doesn't, and it's weird. He's no nothing. He's not even related to Captain Pollution at all.
There's Captain Pollution.
Oh, you didn't know about Captain Pollution?
No, I didn't know about Captain Pollution.
All the villains get together and make their own power rings,
How?
Oh, by the
and they
way,
sign Captain Pollution.
wait.
Uh,
Jeff Goldblum was Verminous Scum.
yes, he was. That's why his voice sounded so not fitting. But only like in the first season, I believe.
So Goldblum.
Uh, yeah, Meg Ryan voiced one of the villains too.
I did watch Captain Planet as a kid, although I am ashamed to admit. Uh, but obviously I don't remember a lot of
Remember the
things.
Martin Luther King Jr. episode?
No,
Tharr.
that's exactly what I mean. I don't remember a lot of things.
I didn't remember it till I only remember it because the Nostalgia Critic did a review of it a while back.
Captain Planet was very much like Johnny Quest to me. It was just one of those things that I watched because it was on. And I'm waiting for something else to come on.
Yeah, because it's like, hey, it's a cartoon, it's on, there's nothing else to watch, so I'll watch this.
The incredible thing about Captain Planet is the fact that it was created at all. Because you watch these episodes and it's like, this would never stand today.
Yeah, this show came out like in the 90s, and I think it lasted until the 96. So pretty much when I watched the series, it wasn't when it was coming out, it was the reruns.
Right.
Probably
And
the same for you.
honestly, being the youngest member of this group, I've never had to watch Captain Planet.
Because you're lucky.
Yes.
Also, you're from Canada, so you probably
I'm
didn't.
also Asian, so I watched a lot of.
But on the other
anime.
hand, you get Johnny Test.
I
You
never
will
watched
never-
John. No,
you
no, no,
will never let him live that down.
No.
I miss Johnny Test because that's from the generation after me.
You know, Johnny Quest can be done again today.
Yes.
If you deal with Haji properly.
Yes.
I mean, Hillbilly Bears can be done again today.
Yes.
Captain Planet cannot.
It cannot.
No.
Captain Planet is solely of its time.
Honestly, you would have to retune so many things, like
Too many things.
the actual Planeteers.
And what they can do.
And their
And
nationalities.
What Captain Planet
Their
looks like.
nationalities, they're gonna have to include like a
Trans character.
no, I wouldn't say trans character. Middle Eastern.
I would think the same thing. That would have been cool.
The other thing is.
But at that time, like the Middle East wasn't a big thing. The big thing was like Soviet Union. So
Yeah.
that's why
it
they
was
had
Cold
her.
War era.
Well, the end, like the very end of the Cold War.
Mm-hmm.
I've been saving this question for the end of the episode.
Okay.
It's the one thing that we didn't talk about that we kind of need to talk about. Does Gaia wear panties, though?
I don't know. She has that flowing dress, and honestly, I would think
Like,
it's Gaia.
Yeah, but how much of a spirit is she?
Yeah.
Like, why does she wear clothes at all?
Yeah.
It's a kid show.
Yeah.
Well, then she should wear panties,
Also,
then, right?
because the god, there's another question. Does the God of War go freeballing?
Yes. Look, if you
He
gotta call
wears
yourself God
armor.
of War, you've got a free
He
ball.
wears armor.
Does Kratos free ball?
Yes. Yes.
He's Greek. Of course he does.
That was the Captain Planet episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give us your comments down below or email us at cartoonkilowatt@gmail.com. The next episode will come out this Friday. And we hope to see you there. Say goodbye, Stray.
Goodbye, Stray.
Heart!